Hello beautiful beings, get ready because this video is going to be packed with lots of information, okay? All about Neville Goddard. No, I got my computer right here, so get ready and let's begin. Neville Goddard is the man people go to for, you know, everything law assumption, living in the end, a wish fulfilled, sats, and so much more. Like, YouTube is just filled with content like of Neville Goddard, and it's for a reason, because what he says is super powerful, super impactful, and we're gonna talk about everything, all Neville Goddard stuff today, right now in this video. In this video, I'm just gonna give Neville's most popular teachings and ways of methods, whatever, in just a condensed manner, all in this video. So I hope you find this helpful. This may be the only video you need for Neville, instead of watching 50 different videos and 50 different ways and interpretations of Neville. I'm just gonna put it all here, and hopefully I do it in a way which you like, okay? Back in 1933, Neville had a deep desire to go back to Barbados, and which is the place he was born, right? But he needed a ticket, so how was he gonna get that ticket? Because, you know, he needed that money to he needed some money in order to go to Barbados. So he shared his desire with his mentor, whose name is Abdullah, right? And we're gonna mention him a lot. As soon as Neville shared his desire with Abdullah, he was like, "You are in Barbados. Like, what are you talking about? You are in Barbados." And Neville was like, huh? What are you even talking about? In Barbados? Excuse me?
What?
Abdullah told him to, you know, take his desire with him to his sleep. And sleep in his bed, thinking of Barbados, being in Barbados. And that's what Neville did. He just imagined being in Barbados while as he was falling asleep. He's like, I'm in Barbados. He's just visualizing, imagining. Okay, that's what Abdullah told him to do. And whenever he would doubt it's not working, Abdullah would just tell him straight up, like, you are in Barbados. Excuse me, like, what do you are in Barbados. And eventually, you know, as Neville kept doing this every night, falling to sleep and being in Barbados, he received a letter from his brother to go to Barbados, and as well as the money for the ticket. So not only he, you know, got the invitation, he got the money as well, which he wanted in the first place in order to go there. But as he went to buy the tickets for Barbados, he realized that there were only third-class tickets. Neville didn't care. He was like, finally I get to go to Barbados and I have the money. So he's just super grateful just to be able to buy the ticket and go there, right? However, Abdullah insisted to Neville that just to get first class. He's like, no, you're not settling for third class. Oh no, after 2 days, he learned that a passenger canceled their trip to Barbados, and now Neville can be first class. So that had worked out for him in his favor. And this is an example of how even if Neville had doubts of his desire, he still persisted in the assumption and got whatever he wanted. And the way he did this is by imagining he was in Barbados as he was going to sleep, which brings me to sats. Sats is the state akin to sleep. So just like when Abdullah told Neville to imagine him being in Barbados as he was going to sleep, you can manifest any desire with that technique. Going to Barbados, going anywhere, manifesting the lottery, winning the lottery, anything, absolutely anything. It involves you to be in a super drowsy, relaxed state while focusing and being in the reality what you want to be in. You can imagine a specific scenario you want to see play out in your reality, a certain quality you want to align to with the money, or with the money you want to see yourself holding, right? Just keep repeating that simple scene. Now, it doesn't have to be complicated, over and over, using your imagination. However, you have to make it as real and natural as possible. So using all your senses that you feel in this human realm right now, touch, sight, sense, smell, what you can hear, to make the scene come more alive, right? You have to use all your senses. So imagine you're touching the money, you're smelling the money, you're smelling your new house, you're smelling a new car. So keep doing this sats. You don't need to, because your desire is already here. So just keep doing it to enforce and impress the subconscious mind. A super popular experiment that Neville conducted, which you probably already heard of, you know, if you're into Neville's content, is the ladder experiment. It's a super beginner technique, which I also personally did and had success with, which allows you to play with the power of your mind and see what it can do, you know, just testing the waters of what your subconscious mind has the power to do. If you don't believe in it, you can try this ladder experiment and I'll tell you what it is. So the idea is super simple. All you have to do is do the state akin to sleep, drowsy, relaxed state as you're falling to sleep, and imagine yourself climbing the ladder. Notice what colors it is, how it feels on your skin, what material it is, your hand, and seeing it in as if you're doing it in the first perspective. So you just imagine yourself climbing the ladder, seeing the hand, one hand by hand, climbing up the ladder, right? And I did this and it did work super fast. Like, those steps basically. So summarize the steps again. As you fall asleep, imagine yourself first perspective, climbing the ladder, reaching out your hands, going up the ladder. And by doing this experiment, you prove to yourself, you know, that your imagination can materialize in 3D. So that's the beginning, and you can just go on from there, imagining anything you want and seeing it materialize, right? It sounds so simple, and I feel like it is once you start believing in yourself and your imagination. And all you have to do is just fall asleep to that feeling, to that seeing, that vision, that images, right? Okay, hi. Different day, different outfit, okay? Basically, wish fulfilled is, so whatever you desire, you have to assume that your wish is accomplished, done, fulfilled, no matter, you don't need any proof, no nothing, you just have to assume that your wish is fulfilled. So basically kind of like law of assumption, like assuming that everything you want is already here. So claim whatever desire you have as yours, and the wish will unfold naturally in the most amazing way. It will just materialize perfectly. So with this whole technique and method, Neville is basically trying to get us to feel as if we have already wished what we desire. And wish fulfilled also means living as if your wish has already been. Which brings us to living in the end. This kind of goes hand in hand with wish fulfilled. So instead of simply assuming your wish is fulfilled, we live in the end and encourage you to think, talk, speak, be, and do as if already your desire has come into fruition, as if you're already that person, as if you're living the reality that you want to live, as if that your situation has been exactly what you want it to turn out. You know, it's already been done, it's been accomplished, no need to worry about it, and you're already living in the reality where it just happened already. So wish fulfilled and living in the end just kind of go hand in hand with that, you know? This may be difficult for some because I understand, like, it forces us to ignore what's happening around us and instead be in a whole new reality, you know, depending on what you want, depending on, like, just being in a whole new reality that is different from what you're currently used to and currently living in. But like living in the end kind of like makes us think about, like, if it was so natural in my reality, how would it be? How would I think? How would I talk? How would I interact with other people? How would they interact with me? It makes you just think about it in a new way, so it becomes natural for you, it becomes effortless and easy. But I feel like we could forget how powerful we actually are, right? And how we can literally like quantum jump and shift into different realities just like effortlessly, so easily. And all it takes is just bringing yourself, attuning yourself to the reality that you want to be in right now. Let me tell you, there's no limit. We can just achieve anything, absolutely anything we want to, we can achieve it. The way you can strengthen this is by just strengthening that muscle to live in the end, because it may not be easy at first, but the more you do it with simple things, with bigger things, honestly it's all the same, but whatever you deem as simple and or big, because you can also meditate and live in your desired reality through visualization, because that's super powerful, right? Your imagination is super powerful, and Neville Goddard also talks about that as well. Affirming, persisting, and doing 𝙁𝙗𝙀𝙀 as we previously mentioned. So living in the end is just super powerful, and you can do it in many different ways. As I said, meditating, scripting as if like, dear diary, I just had the most amazing day. Like, that's how we can apply it into our right now reality. Whatever you desire, keep persisting in the assumption that it's already here, and it will not fail you. It will not, as long as you keep persisting in it. And if you persist that it's not working, you're persisting in that too. You're affirming that reality, affirming the reality that you don't want, essentially, but you're saying that it is there. So if you say it's not happening, it's not going to happen. You're assuming that it's not going to happen. Why not assume the opposite? As I mentioned before, you can also script, which leads me to vision. Vision is the process of rewriting certain events in your life in a way that kind of erases the way it happens. Essentially, you're erasing or rewriting a certain event into a more desirable way. A scenario, an event that you actually want to happen, you know, a conversation that you want to turn out a different way, a relationship that you want to revise into a more positive way that serves your favor. Now, you could do this by reaffirming what happened or re-envisioning the desired outcome and scenario into something more desirable over and over until it becomes your reality, and like a memory, because you know that's what our memory is. We just repeating a scenario in our mind, words in our mind, right? So just reaffirming into something new, into a new memory. That's how it turns out. It all depends on what your style. You want to script it out, you want to speak it out every day, you want to visualize it every day. You're just gonna according to Neville, it's best to perform this technique at night, at the end of the day, when you know memories and feelings are fresh in your mind. So he says he could do this like every single day as well, like revising different things throughout your day that happen into something that's more desirable in your favor, right? So you have to enter like a deep state of meditation by like taking deep breaths, and like however you do meditation, or if you need help, you can do a guided meditation as well. And you just focus on the events that happen to you, and you feel grateful for the good things that happen, but then also writing unwanted things that happen and taking yourself back through the experience, feelings, memories in the first place. So like a fight with a friend, a test score that you didn't want, and then revisioning into something that you did want to happen. So as I mentioned before, like revision does not have to be done in that simple way, just doing it at night all the time. You can also script, affirm, and affirm consciously as well, and not just in like a deep theta state, although that is preferred. To repeat and replay that memory as if like, yeah, that's how I was, and there's no other way, that's the only way it happened, not in my reality. In my reality, that's what happened. Actually, I think you're mistaken, that's how it happened. Like just repeating that, making it seem so believable to you that it already happened. So like revise anything, like your relationship with your family, the amount of money you receive, like absolutely anything. I'll give you a simple straight example from Neville's writing. He said, while my wife was playing tennis, she received a severe break to her ankle. We both revised the incident, and although she had to stop playing tennis for a while, the ankle healed rapidly with only the aid of an _ACE bandage, to the amazement of the doctor. Oh, you can revise literally anything from grades to monies to job offers to cuts to bruises to diagnoses. They're like the only limit is your mind, okay? It's your only limit. You can do anything. Your health, you can revise absolutely anything. And all it takes is the persisting and the assuming. Like it all goes back to persisting, assuming, and revisualizing. Okay, so today we talked about Neville's Barbados success story, the ladder technique, SATs, wish fulfilled, living in the end, revision, okay, all very, very popular methods, techniques. I hope you learned a lot in this video. I hope you relearned a lot. I hope some things kind of made sense to you, made them more clear. I know there's so much more things, but I don't know, it's gonna be a super long video, so I just want to drag it out too long. But let me know if there's other topics that you're interested in, so I'll make a video on that as well. I just want this to be the one video that you can just come to and just get the very basic summary. So when you're just feeling lost about what exactly it is, just getting a super basic summary about Neville Goddard, because there's definitely so much more that I covered, but that's all I'll cover today. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you found Neville Goddard, because like there's so many people who know him, okay? How did you learn about him? I first learned through him from Aaron Dowdy. That's where I learned about the ladder technique and stuff, and I actually tried it. So let me know in the comments below. You're enough, you deserve the best, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!